Mike. Guess what day it is, Mike?
That's right, everybody. It's time for another Mic Drop. I'm Mike Peters, online media director here at J. Miller Marketing. Today, we are going to talk about what to do when your business gets good or bad reviews. So reviews are the currency of our time. They're super important in terms of like your organic ranking, and also they put out great trust signals to customers, so they want to come and visit your business. But to get those reviews, you have to be open to both getting good ones and bad ones. What do you do when you get each? Well, let me tell you, positive reviews. We'll hit the good ones first. When you get a positive review, the first thing, the most important thing I think that you should do is make sure it's personalized. You want to avoid making it sound like it's canned or if it's AI generated. Certainly there are a billion programs out there right now that will generate AI responses to reviews. So you want to make that personalized so it shows that a human actually read this review and responded. You want to, of course, express gratitude. They came to your business, they shopped it, they loved it, and now they're telling you that they loved it. So what more could you do than express your gratitude? You also want to reinforce any positives that they're mentioning. If they said you had a great selection, you say, thank you, we pride ourselves on bringing the very best to our customers. If they say you had friendly staff, you say, thank you, we really emphasize being friendly people to our customers. So you acknowledge, you're reiterating that positive thing so other people who are reading the reviews see it, and you're also giving an example of how you've gotten this positive thing. Then finally, you want to encourage future engagement. They've taken all this effort to write you a review. They seem like a good customer, so why don't you encourage them to come back again? So you say, oh, you really enjoyed that clearance event? Well, you should think about stopping by for one of these other events, our coat and boot event, our fall preview event, our Christmas holiday dress wear event, all of these other things that you have in the future. Maybe they didn't know that they were coming. You can kind of like encourage them. And then of course, people who are reading the reviews will now know that you have other events too. On the other side of the coin, you will get an occasional bad review. So how do you handle those without becoming some sort of Facebook meme of crazy business owner responds to comment? First up, you want to acknowledge, apologize, and thank them for your feedback. You don't want to get combative. You want to stay calm and professional. Just address their points, point after point, acknowledge it, and explain. Don't make excuses, explain why their experience maybe was that way. Second, you want to try to move that conversation offline. You don't want to get in a back and forth, he said, she said, comment war with a person who's angry at your business. You want to get them off the internet and onto the phone where public people cannot see your interaction whatsoever. And then finally, ask them for a second chance. They can take their feedback and you can say, hey, we're working on it, or we have worked on it, or we have addressed this problem. We really would appreciate it if you came back and gave us a second chance. Maybe you try to sweeten the offer by offering them some sort of coupon or something, but you again want to show that you're taking their feedback in and you're making an adjustment. You're not just ignoring them. The final tip I would recommend in terms of like bad reviews is you're not necessarily writing your response for the person who left the review. You're writing your response for the person who's reading the bad review, who's thinking about coming to your store. If you can make yourself sound like a calm, reasonable person versus the crazy person who just left a 1-star review, the future customer reading that review will take your opinion in higher esteem. You will, of course, run into companies who say they can remove bad reviews. That is kind of hit or miss. The way they do that is that they submit the bad reviews and say that they have violated some sort of terms and conditions of Google. If they personally attack somebody, if they used profane language, that type of thing, you could get those reviews removed. But if it's just like, I didn't like your store, you're not gonna have much luck getting those reviewed. So hopefully these little tips help you be a great super review commenter, good or bad. You get a lot of engagement on those reviews. You get a lot of organic juice there, and you see your rankings go up in Google and in Facebook and any other of those platforms that judge us by our rankings. Mic dropped.